The days are now counting down until the release of FM25, and there is no time like the present to start preparing yourself for your early access or first full save game idea. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 underdog clubs that could prove to be a great first save challenge if you want to take them on. Leicester City are newly promoted back to the Premier League. Whilst that is a big positive for them, there are a few negatives that will come with this too. Firstly, the club are awaiting the outcome of a possible points deduction due to financial irregularities from their last season in the Premier League. This is being rumoured to be a double-digit points deduction. Secondly, just weeks after their promotion, they would lose their manager and key player Keenan Dewsbury-Hall, both to Chelsea. The club famously won the Premier League in the 2016 season, but with everything going on around them, they'll be nowhere near achieving this feat again anytime soon. Money could be scarce if you choose to take them on, due to them having to comply with PSR. Can you save them from impending doom? If you want to take the challenge on, you will still have players such as Jamie Vardy, Wilfred Ndidi, and new boy Caleb Akoli at your disposal. Espanyol have been promoted back to La Liga for the 24-25 campaign, having bounced straight back from the Segunda Division at the first attempt. The club are neighbours of Barcelona, and that leads us to a strange story. Former Espanyol and Barcelona striker Martin Braithwaite recently bought himself out of his Espanyol contract, and according to the player himself, he's now seeking to purchase the club too. He wants to seek revenge against the board that refused him a transfer, forced him to play in the second division, and most importantly for him, he missed out on the Euros. On the pitch, the season ahead could be tough. You'll want to make staying in the league the priority in the short term. To help you achieve this, you'll be able to call upon players such as Javi Puedo, Per Miller, and young fullback Omar Al-Hilali. 2 seasons ago, Union Berlin were the name on all the lips in German football. Their 22-23 campaign amazed a lot of people as they fought at the top of the table and even led the Bundesliga after 12 match days. They would go on to finish that season in 4th place and qualify for the Champions League. Sadly for them though, the fall from grace was a tough one, as they came back down to earth with a bump in the 23-24 season. They would find themselves battling at the wrong end of the table and only narrowly avoid relegation. Union would sign a total of 14 players to try and cope with the demands of the 23-24 season, so they will have a squad that is bloated and heavy on wages. There could well be a need to move players on before you can improve your squad. Of the players at the club, they rely on experience, players like Robin Gosens, Kevin Volland, and they play alongside the youth of new signing Leopold Querfeld. Como are finally back in Serie A after a 21-year absence, after winning promotion by finishing 2nd in Serie B. This, though, isn't the same Como that has been away for so long. The club have been on a crazy journey of bankruptcy, being acquired by the wife of Michael Etienne, having Dennis Wise join the club as a now former CEO, and the minority ownership of Cesc Fabregas and Thierry Henry. With the club back in Serie A, they have instantly been labelled the richest club in the top flight thanks to the new owners, Jarum Group. Having never won the top flight of Italian football, that now has to be the #1 target. With the resources and the backing of the board, the club should be able to quickly establish itself as a top flight team for the long term if everything goes to plan. The only current issues around the club is with their stadium. Its current home doesn't meet the required capacity for Serie A, and they haven't yet announced if work is to be done or a temporary location will be found. They have been aggressive in the transfer market, snapping up experienced players such as Alberto Moreno, Pepe Reina, and Raphael Varane on free transfers this summer. Saint Etienne will return to the top flight of French football following a 2-year absence in Ligue 2. The club would gain promotion back to Ligue 1 via the end of season playoffs. Saint Etienne have a rich footballing history. They have been champions of France a total of 10 times. The last league title, though, came in 1981. They also have 6 Coupe de France trophies and 5 Trophée des Champions to their name too. They have been a club that has been lost in the French wilderness somewhat, often suffering from financial issues which have held them back. That now, though, seems to be a thing of the past, thanks to a consortium called KSV that is led by former Arsenal chief executive Ivan Gazidis. Their main task for their first season back in the top flight will be to avoid relegation. Some of the key players you can rely on at the club are new boys. Firstly, Zoriko Davitashvili and Augustin Boaki. They will be playing alongside club captain Anthony Brianchon. There we have it then. Those are 5 underdog teams that I think can provide you with a real challenge if you are looking for a long-term project as an early access or first main save in FM25. Before you go, please don't forget to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm currently on the road to 5k, and with FM25 getting ever closer, you don't want to miss out on any of the future content.